Hello guys, welcome back to another video by KayaPlus. I'm JP, together with me is Beng. So today we'll delve on some of the topics that what makes a retail investor like you and me lose, right? So the common ways that investors like you and me fail to execute. We're going to focus more on the execution part because from our experiences by dealing with just the mass public and certain retail investors, they know what they are doing. They know and understand, and they also know how to analyze. But when it comes to the most crucial part, which is to execute, which is to really buy and also sell, there are a lot of reasons that make investors like you and me fail. So today we are going to dig deeper into this and what actually causes this kind of failure to happen, and how can you actually prevent this from happening to yourselves. So let's jump straight into today's topic. So of course, disclaimer, of course, we are not going to talk about stocks today, but it might contain personal opinions that might not be the right and the most the better ways or the best ways for you personally. So take a deep ponder on what we say, and if it's the right choice, consider it before you make any decisions. Right. So of course, Chun there are many ways or many reasons that make a retail investor fail. What is the ultimate first one that you think is the main culprit?
Yeah, I think if you actually trying to start to do investment, and then after let's say 3 months or even 3 years and still haven't started, all these things that we're going to share, you must actually fall into one of the category. So let me share you what is the few category that we have actually come out. So I think the first one is very interesting, is the people that always they wanted to think about it, whether this is the best stock, this is the best investment strategy, this is the best methods. So when they think about it, they haven't actually do any action. 3 months later, they continue to think, talk to their friends, check out a lot of input from the internet, and even with all this information, they still continue to think. And at the end, they just keep on thinking without taking the action. So we call the first type of retail investor that fail to execute is the one that actually overthink. So we call them an overthinker. So how about the second one? So the second one is also a bit interesting. So this guy is a little bit different. He like to analyze stuff. So he will actually check on the stock from BD US, Malaysia, Singapore, and so on. So he do a very in-depth analysis from the P&L, go to balance sheet, go to the future potential earnings, so on and so forth. But he's not satisfied because he can't really find out the so-called perfect stock for him to begin with. So what's wrong with this guy is because no matter how deep that you analyze, if you cannot make the decision, eventually you cannot find a perfect stock, because there's no perfect stock in the world. It's just an overall strategy to actually determine when you should actually buy or when you should actually sell. And then based on whatever macro movement or micro movement from the economic perspective, you need to have a way to actually mitigate around. With just doing a lot of analysis without taking any action, definitely you won't be actually find the perfect stock that give you the perfect return. So this is the second type. The third type is the one that have a lot of idea. He always try to explore. Let's say today talk with his friend, hey, today I found out a very interesting investment idea which we can go into crypto. This crypto offer a very good solution, and it can be big in, let's say, 5 to 10 years. So then you meet him again in, let's say, another weeks. Then you talk about another thing. Actually, based on all these things, seems like properties price is going to rebound. We should actually go into this. So exploring ideas after ideas after ideas. And what is really wrong about this guy is he never analyze and never execute. So what we call this guy is actually fall under the category of new idea syndrome. Got so many ideas, but didn't take any action, didn't actually execute. So if you're one of this guy, even though you are very creative, you actually cannot succeed in the investing world. And of course, another type that we wanted to share with you is people who like to learn a lot of things. So let's say when they actually look into electric vehicles stocks, they will actually check out what is the battery, how it actually works, and then check out the whole supply chain, what is the latest technologies, is the lithium-based electric vehicle the best, so on and so forth. So if they keep on learning, but they didn't start. We call this guy is they're learning it for fun, not for the actual goal as an investor, which is to get a good return to subsidize your lifestyle. So this guy also will never succeed because they just didn't start to actually do anything. They just learn, they are knowledgeable, they can talk a lot of information in details with their friend, but they cannot actually succeed in investment. So that's why this is the few things that we find it quite interesting. And then, of course, the last type is the people that tend to actually take input from a lot of people. So how they actually take input, they follow a lot of social medias. Maybe they follow KayaPlus, they follow some others social media account, and then they comment. They actually put up what is the thought they have, and then actually exchange the idea with all the followers inside the comment section, and then they follow another guy, and again they repeat this process. They never start to invest in any stocks. So this guy is also somewhat learning for fun, follow for fun without taking any action. So I believe if you are the people, you must be having some friend that always talk to you that they wanted to start investing, but then at the end they didn't do anything. You can actually use this video to tell them, yeah, you must be one of these guys. And what you really need to do is just to start to actually buy your first stock, take your first action, and eventually you will learn from mistake and getting better and better. But of course, I will actually pass it to Jupan on how we actually approach it from a different angle.
Right, Junbing, thank you for sharing the weaknesses or the main failure points of a retail investor. I won't say that if you look at it, it's not actually a bad thing. It's just that actually these are good habits, right? Analyzing, studying, learning. These are all the good habits of an investor. But if you don't combine all of them and then come up with a decision or an input to actually start investing, that is where you actually get stuck. So if you combine all the bad habits or the habits of not actually getting started, and then you come up with an action plan and you follow the action plan through, this is where actually you can see the solutions to this kind of failure. So how are KayaPlus different? Because at the end of the day, we also do the same thing. We also learn about new companies. We also learn about new sectors. We also learn about many different kinds of companies from different sectors. Can be it EV, be it REITs, be it banks. We also learn about it, and then we also continue to analyze them. What are the KPIs or what are the items that you need to focus on for different companies in different sectors? So for REITs, you might want to focus on the weighted average lease expiry. You want to focus on inorganic growth, organic growth. For EV, you want to focus on how many vehicles each EV company is producing. Are there any battery shortages in terms of chips also as well? So these are some of the items that we also analyze when we want to take a look at EV companies. And then after what we do, after we analyze each, we actually share our opinions. We come up with a thesis, right? Why this company is good, what is the potential upside of the company, what is the prospects for the upcoming years, but what are also the risks that you need to take note of before you invest in the company. So we share our opinions after we analyze these companies, and then we actually execute whether this company is worth your time to buy whole or actually sell it if your decision matrix was wrong, right? Sometimes you might make a decision back then and then down the road, this company does not turn out to be a good investment. You will have to sell the company. So this is how the entire perfect chain comes to play. And then once you continue to repeat the cycle, you somehow build a track record and get recognition of what you're doing. And when that happens, it will actually make you to become a better investor. So how does that actually help KayaPlus to reach where we are today? You can see that from no investing knowledge, from no experiences, not even a financial degree, continuous doing something that you like and you have passionate about, and sharing it, and actually obtaining recognition by a lot of the other financial players out there, have actually earned me the chance to do sharings on multiple platforms, and actually becoming one of the key speakers for a lot of financial and investment related events as well. Right, so we analyze. So here is just an example of what we do. We actually tabulate 10-year historical data of companies that we want to analyze. We plot out the graph, visualize them so that we actually can see them clearly, right? And pick certain items that we want to analyze and deep dive down deeper, so that we are happy with the KPIs that the company is reporting. Right, so we analyze, and then we also publish all our findings and also our thesis to our club members. So here you can see that we have specialized dividend related analysis, which we call our dividend gems report, to our club members, whether companies that are featured actually qualify themselves to be good, reputable, and continuously growing dividend companies. So we do have a collection of all these companies. And at the end of the day, we are not just very good at analyzing, but we also take action. So here I can pick out one good example is when I actually took advantage and bought UOB shares during the sell down just 1 or 2 years ago. And as of now, I'm sitting at a comfortable close to 40+% capital gains, and also a very good dividend yield, because banks have actually recovered from the pandemic. Right, so just to briefly bring you guys through, Premium Club is a service where we actually do what we love, do what we are very happy on, which is to analyze and share different stocks to the public, and also to the club members that we have. And of course, we do not just focus on dividend stocks, we also will analyze onto growth stocks and stocks from different sectors, right? And you will actually get access to tailored reports and also different kinds of trade alerts when we actually execute our trades. Okay. Of course, just to give you guys a glance through what actually was our achievement back in 2021, we actually managed to churn out a 25% gain, and it is quite in par with the major indices, which is the S&P 500 and also the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones as well. So here you can see that we also deep dive into multiple sectors and multiple industry, bringing our club members the best and helping them to understand a sector more and picking the right stock for them to invest wherever they want to. So I think that's about it. And I hope that you guys, after you've gone through the sharing, you are more aware of what are the pitfalls and what are the failures. And if you do not know how to take action, right, we can actually offer you an invite to actually join us into our KayaPlus Premium Club. In this club members or club, you actually gain access to how to actually execute and how to actually analyze, right? Do all the necessary preparation and analysis before you actually buy or sell your stocks. And of course, if you have any questions, you are more than welcome to ask us, and we will actually try our very best to reply you promptly. So Chun Ping, what else would be the benefit of joining KayaPlus Premium Club?
I think if you fall under one of the category that I've shared just now, be the overthinkers, new idea syndrome, so on and so forth, and be a normal human, usually you tend to stick with one type of habit, and it's very hard to change. So that's why you need to join a group of people, like-minded, and then because of the encouragement coming from each other, be it from us, from the team, from the club members are inside the private group, you will eventually take your first action or multiple action, and eventually probably you can get an investment with a good return. If not, you can get a good experience, and then of course you can learn from it along the way, which will eventually shape you into a better investor. That's why if you find very hard to start, you definitely need encouragement from the external factor. And I think KayaPlus Premium Club is one of the options that you can consider.
Yeah, Thanks. So what else or what other failing points that an investor could encounter that we have missed, right? Let us know in the comment section. Probably we have missed that out. But if you find out that the reason codes that we have actually given is actually worthwhile and beneficial, do share it with your friends and family and relatives, right? Also, subscribe to our channel, give us a like and thumbs up, and also turn off the notification bell so that you will get the first alert whenever our future sharing and videos come on, right? So with that, we bid you a farewell and we see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.